Symbols are a language that can help us understand our past. As the saying goes, a picture says 1,000 words, but which words?
The symbolic interpretation of the pyramid, which often surrounds the eye, is also a repeating theme among occultists. The first of these interpretations is that of the Trinity, which is the Father, the Mother, and the Son. The second interpretation is that of the Infernal Trinity, who is the dragon, the whore, and the beast. The third symbolic interpretation of the pyramid is that of a phallic symbol. A phallic symbol is something that symbolizes the male generative principle. You see, in the occult, an upward-pointing triangle is a symbol of the magical element fire, and fire represents the male principle. Aleister Crowley, easily the most famous black magician, made numerous references to the all-seeing eye as the Eye of Set, or the Eye of Satan, and repeatedly associated both the sun and the eye with Satan. Until quite recently, the $1 bill and various resources associated with Freemasonry and black magic were the only venues the all-seeing eye had. And then, something happened. Use of this once guarded symbol skyrocketed, despite the fact that its meaning remains veiled to the masses. It appears as the logo of the American Total Information Awareness Office, Great Britain's famous MI5, cathedrals, and of course, Freemasonry. The all-seeing eye has also undergone a pop culture explosion and, as of 40 years ago, has appeared in more than 30 major films and television shows. Tomb Raider. The Illuminati share a tradition, similar to how Christians, Muslims, and Hindus share a tradition. Themes involving angels and demons, heaven and hell, God and Satan have never been merged with the gods and titans of ancient Greece. But listen to this Bible verse. Here's Revelation, chapter 9, verse 11. And they had a king over them, which is the angel of the bottomless pit, whose name in the Hebrew tongue is Abaddon, but in the Greek tongue hath his name Apollyon. This passage is in reference to an angel that arrives from the bottomless pit, or hell basically, and rules over countless demons. And what the passage is saying is that this angel has names in other mythologies, Abaddon for the Jews, and Apollyon for the Greeks. Apollyon is what the ancient Greeks called Apollo, the sun god of Greek mythology. The Bible is basically suggesting that the character Apollo from Greek mythology is a very real character, leads an army of demons, and has alternate names in other religions. And it doesn't end there at all. Almost all of the religions and mythologies contain at least one sun god. The Illuminati only retell one kind of story, the story of the quote-unquote gods. Angels and demons to some, aliens to others, and the gods to the rest. Without their extensive collection of symbols, they would be unable to retell the same story in novels, movies, TV shows, and even music, and conceal this fact for centuries. The Illuminati are often accused of sun worship, but this is absurd. They have no interest in the ball of fire that traverses our sky. Their only interest is in the god or character that the sun symbol represents. So if you think that this eye or that pyramid is in a random place, think again. Never forget, it's only a symbol, and they can't afford to abuse it. Sometimes in movies, things are said, or jokes are told, that seem to make no sense. It may have been a scene or joke intended to be understood only by the illuminated. Some jokes just aren't funny, and some scenes just don't make sense unless you're familiar with the symbols and the root story.
In this video, we're going to show you symbols that you may have seen. We're going to show you symbols that maybe you have never seen. We're not only going to show them to you, we're going to reveal in this video exactly what they mean. A lot of Bible scholars over the years have tried to identify who exactly this fourth kingdom is or where it comes from. But let's follow the principles that are given to us in the Scripture concerning the number 4. In the book of Ephesians, Paul warned us that we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against 4 things: a kingdom consisting of principalities, powers, rulers of darkness, and spiritual wickedness in high places. This coming fourth kingdom that Daniel predicted is a kingdom not of men, but a kingdom of fallen angels, led by the ultimate fallen angel himself, Lucifer. Daniel also spoke of this kingdom as a beast in Daniel chapter 7, having 10 horns. The Apostle John, who wrote the book of Revelation, also spoke of this beast rising up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns. These 10 horns are said to represent 10 kings that will control the population of planet Earth during Earth's last days. Revelation chapter 9 verse 1, "And the 5th angel sounded, and I saw a star fall from heaven unto the earth, and to him was given the key of the bottomless pit." Revelation 9:11, "And they had a king over them, which is the angel of the bottomless pit, whose name in the Hebrew tongue is Abaddon, but in the Greek tongue hath his name Apollyon." In nearly every instance, the hand of the mysteries is always shown with 3 fingers up and 2 fingers down. This reveals an important Masonic theme known as above, so below. Actually, this refers to the fusion together into one body of 2 worlds. The heavenly realm fused together in one body with humanity. And again, this is exactly what we see in Daniel chapter 2, where the fourth kingdom mingles themselves with the seed of men into one body. It is also known as the fusion of opposites. In Leonardo da Vinci's painting of the Last Supper, we see a figure standing next to Jesus, holding his hand outward with 2 fingers pointing upward and 3 fingers pointing downward, showing as above, so below. We also see the fusion of opposites in Leonardo da Vinci's painting of the Last Supper, in that Jesus is sitting next to not the disciple John, as some people think, but as what Dan Brown revealed in the Da Vinci Code, his wife, Mary Magdalene. The fusion of opposites together, male and female. The divine, as it were, in the form of Jesus, and the human in the form of Mary Magdalene. One of Leonardo da Vinci's signature works that was brought out in the Da Vinci Code, also written by Dan Brown, was a painting called Madonna of the Rocks. In this painting, we see baby Jesus bowing and giving obeisance to a baby, John the Baptist, who is giving him the as above, so below sign. Later on, Leonardo da Vinci painted a portrait of John the Baptist, giving that famous as above, so below sign. This portrait of John the Baptist was based upon an earlier sketch found in Leonardo's sketchbooks, featuring an androgynous human being containing male parts and female parts that Leonardo da Vinci referred to as angel in the flesh. The meaning